Why is it so hard for some Asian Americans to receive praise? Earlier today, I saw a video trying to explain this. So, as an Asian American psychiatrist who sees Asian American clients for therapy, I wanted to share some of my thoughts of why this could be the case. Today, we're going to talk about Heinz Kohut and his theory of self-psychology. He proposes that in order to fully appreciate praise, an individual needs to have the proper internal mental framework to handle this. And if you don't, you're not going to know how to react. So the reactions that a lot of Asian Americans have to receiving praise, feeling confused, feeling embarrassed, not trusting the person who is giving you the compliment, this is because their brains do not have the proper mental framework to process praise. And unsurprisingly, the way that this mental framework is set up is by believing that you're good enough and that you're worthy of receiving this praise in the first place. So how do people get the proper framework to accept praise in the first place? For Kohut, this has to do with the concept of mirroring. Kohut's theory is that children growing up all have really big egos. They are proud of a lot of things that they do, and they want the world to hear it. And for Kohut, it's a crucial part of every child's development to foster the sense of accomplishment and foster the sense of others being proud of them. If children have drawn stick figures of the family in crayon, or they've climbed the monkey bars for the first time on the playground, they want to be able to tell other people around them that they've done it. So the first part of establishing this framework is that parents need to be able to mirror their children's enthusiasm first. People talk about childlike wonder and joy, and this is something that Kohut really emphasizes needs to be celebrated for every child. Because according to Kohut, in order to understand what healthy self-esteem is, you need to have gone through a phase where you received unconditional love and you believed that you were truly awesome and you could do no wrong. Now, this sort of initial phase is supposed to serve as an initial foundation for what ends up becoming a healthy self-esteem where you are more aware of what you can and cannot do. However, it serves a crucial point. It serves a foundation for people to believe, hey, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of praise, my feelings are valid, my needs are valid. So herein lies a lot of Asian American experiences that don't fit with this model. Plenty of experiences that I've heard where they felt like the love that they received was conditional, or that their achievements were met with indifference or lack of enthusiasm. And unfortunately, the internalization of how you're supposed to respond to praise can also get internalized in the opposite direction as well. And if you have a collection of experiences in your brain that show you the opposite, then that can potentially lead to low self-esteem and difficulty with hearing praise. So is there any way for adults to start feeling better about feeling praise? The first thing that I usually tell people is that none of this should be considered as irreversible. The brain of someone who has difficulty receiving praise likely has accumulated a bunch of experiences that they were not worthy of this praise or attention. So the easiest way to think about reversing this is to accumulate more positive experiences. Now, Kohut's self-psychology lens is predominantly a relational one, which means that these positive experiences need to occur in the context of healthy relationships. You need to be around people who will love you and champion you and celebrate these accomplishments with you. Obviously, this is a therapy theory, so there are a lot of applications to a therapist being able to demonstrate adequate mirroring and creating a safe space for which you can work on these issues. But even if you don't see a therapist, what are ways in which you can improve your self-esteem? The first is to keep track of your accomplishments, no matter how big or small. The first step is to acknowledge your achievements. The second step is to be around more people who celebrate you and love you for who you are. And the key thing here is that you need to be able to celebrate these accomplishments with the people in your life. And ideally, doing these two things in conjunction with each other are going to lead to some improvement in your ability to receive praise and improve your self-esteem. I'm Dr. Andy Wu. I'm a Taiwanese American psychiatrist based in Brookline, Massachusetts, and this was my video on self-psychology and Asian American mental health.